With the season 5 update, we have been given 2 new weapons and a series of changes to the way that the game runs. And honestly, given a little bit more time to the new AR and the new SMG, and I think I have some answers for how they should work and some answers on how they just fail. So let's get into it. So you're going to be seeing we're here playing the new Caldera limited time mode. This one is essentially enough a mixture of search and destroy and Caldera at the same time. So this is gonna be my first time dropping into it, so we're probably gonna mess something up, but it's okay. We're here to talk about the new guns. So the new AR has multiple builds, and most of them are pretty bad. With that being said, there is a sniper rifle variant of the gun that I find hilarious. It is more marksman rifle than sniper rifle, as it does not provide one-shot kills, but it does provide a chance at a 2-shot kill, which for an AR is not a terrible deal. Not a terrible deal at all. And I think it's a really, really good support weapon because very few people are going to expect it. It's basically hit scan, which if you're not familiar with the term hit scan, that means that basically there is no lead required to make the gun work. So with no lead required and a 2-hit kill, you're going to end up finding out that people are not going to expect things to happen like that. I actually am running it right now. You'll see that as a 1-shot bust. That's a down. So down. And it's a really, really odd weapon. Honestly, really odd weapon. It doesn't work the way you would think most anything would work. And again, it's a laser gun, so that's going to kind of throw off a lot of people too. The second thing is it has a full auto version, which just burns through bullets like a madman. And the full auto version of it is better as an SMG than anything else because it just does not feel very AR. Despite being an AR, it does not feel very AR. And then the third and final one is a DMR build, and honestly, I think the sniper rifle does a better job at being the DMR anyways. Oh, good job, got me good. Does a better job at being the sniper rifle does a better job at being a DMR anyways. Now, for the DMR version, you're obviously going to do more damage and not be required to do the charge up like you would for the sniper rifle. But I think overall the sniper just does a better job at it. The sniper just does better job as the DMR and as the sniper rifle. So if you're going to do it, you might as well take the sniper rifle version or go full on into the SMG style version. This is going to be I would say the SMG style version, but it's not really an SMG style version. This is me still attempting to do an AR version of it. And it's not great. It does work. Don't get me wrong. It's not that the gun won't put somebody down. It's just the gun will not put somebody down as well as the sniper variant is going to be providing. So this is it right here in its full auto mode. The gun burns a lot of bullets and does not kill very quickly, but it has a massive magazine. So trade it out where you want, you know? And then we start getting into the SMG. The SMG is basically, it's the RA225, I believe. It is just a worse version of what was the Arma Guerrera previously. Because the Arma Guerrera does kill very quickly. Or it doesn't kill as quickly anymore, but it does still kill pretty quickly. And this one is very similar, recoil booster, rate of fire barrel. It runs a little short on the magazine itself. The magazine on the gun itself is a bit short. There is I think a 58 round mag, but it still doesn't feel like that's the strongest option. It doesn't feel like the strongest option, but it might be. We've got more to level up on that one. But overall, the SMG feels like a good, like A tier SMG. I wouldn't say it's the best. I wouldn't say it's the worst. Right now in the meta with these 2 weapons, I'd say the new AR probably sits at about a B. probably sits at a B at best. Most guns are going to outshoot it. The only version of this I think that is any fun is the sniper rifle variant. And then when you get to the SMG is a good A tier. It's not going to be the best. It's not going to be the worst. You're going to find yourself reliably able to fight pretty much anybody with it. And you'll win a lot of your fights if you get your first shots. The thing does have a surprising time to kill, so it's not that you're really like out of luck on the time to kill. Realistically, where this falls really short is the weapon just doesn't feel like it has enough ammo to fight more than one person at a time without just really just putting yourself out. There's a lot of times where you're going to probably run out of bullets mid-fight, like I just did right there. I was really hoping that would hit. You run out of bullets mid-fight there, and it doesn't have a lot of range. Also, the Grow just received a buff, so you're going to be dealing with a lot more of those. The Grow is, of course, a low recoil, now high damage again AR. So with the new AR not being very quick to deal damage, you're going to lose out to that. And then the SMGs, again, like I said, the RA is going to be just a little short on the damage you're probably looking for, only because of the magazine size. I'm going to continue going through and really attempting to do a lot of builds here, but I kind of wanted you to have a good like early preliminary version of these guns kind of in mind, because that's going to affect, you know, which ones you're going to spend your time into. Obviously, the game takes a long time to level up weapons if you aren't just going full on. So I really, you know, I'm trying to save you time where we're at. Then, on top of all that, the DMRs or the marksman rifles have received a series of buffs to where they are mostly viable now. I would say that most of them you're probably not going to use a ton because the limitations on mag size is still going to be pretty high. But realistically, now they are at least viable in ammo type, because the ammo for the guns are now AR instead of just sniper. So with the conversion of the damage kits over to AR, the guns are actually usable, which is weird because I never really foresaw a moment where I thought that the marksman rifles were going to be viable in this game. Now, granted, they only did it for the Vanguard guns, so don't have the idea that you're going to grab the Modern Warfare ones and see a massive change, as that is not going to happen. But the Vanguard ones, you can actually, you know, shoot them down, actually utilize them. The 1916 has felt the best out of all of them because its full auto mode is actually still pretty reliable. While the G43s still feels a little bit amiss, you know? The G43 just doesn't, the magazines versus damage is just not where it's at. You're gonna burn through ammo quickly, and I just got punched to death with sticks. Cool, I hate it. That's the absolute worst. I hate it. But yeah, so the G43, I was hopeful for it, but it just doesn't have what it needs. And then the SVT's damage numbers are pretty good up close, but it is completely semi-auto, and so a lot of people are not very good with that, so I probably wouldn't recommend that for everybody. And then the M1 Grand is still garbage. Honestly, no matter how hard we try and how many times they try it, the M1 Grand really always sits shy of being a functional weapon, which is a shame because it is definitely one of the more iconic weapons for first-person shooters. And while it's still one of the most iconic semi-automatic rifles from World War II, they just cannot seem to balance it very well, which really, really sucks. It really does, because I would really like that gun to actually been good, you know? Would have been really nice for it to actually be good. But that's all the marksman rifles and the new weapon changes. So that pretty much covers what I think is probably the most notable stuff from the patch for the weapons adjustments, and especially after having now played it rather than just looking at the raw numbers and actually taking the time to get in there and attempt to try them out. So if you have any questions about the guns, obviously we stream 7 days a week on this channel, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I use all the weird stuff all the time. So if you have any questions or you just want to see a build or anything like that, let me know. I'm happy to go over any of the builds and any of the adjustments that have been going on, as I love that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, if you'd like to see anything else to be covered, feel free to leave a comment in the channel, as I am going to be happy to cover that as well. We have videos here every day, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play the games, we do the things, we have a good old time. So I appreciate y'all very much. I hope y'all have yourselves a wonderful afternoon, day, evening, morning, whatever time it is for you in the world. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, peace.